Welcome back to Layne's ED Enhancement. We continue our practical cargo planning basic information today. First, we will look at how tiers above deck are numbered. Since the rows are the same except for the rows on both the port and the starboard wings above deck. Now let us look at this basics 40-foot bay above deck again. As you can see, the numbering for the tier starts at 82, then 84, 86, 88, 90. The limitations where these tiers are concerned is only if you're sending cargo to ports that have limitations where crane is concerned. In other words, if a port can only handle 3 height, then you would not be putting 88 and 90s on a deck, because then they will have to employ external crane to come and assist them, and that is going to affect their ROI, because they will now have to put out more money to deal with that aspect. Now, using the same 3 coordinates, bay, row, and tier, we are going to identify these containers' position on the deck. Again, containers cannot float, but for this exercise, we will distribute them all over the bay. Here on the hatch cover, and the tiers are counted as we indicated. Now, let us look at container A. Container A is located at bay 06, row 05, tier 82. And we proceed to B, which is 06, 01, 84, C, 06, 04, 86, D, 06, 03, 88, and E, 06, 06, 90. Now, as we said earlier, limitations above deck is just based on the capability of the crane in the port that the vessel is going to handle the height that you're going to be sending there. So care must be taken that you do not send these containers too high so the crane cannot manage. Now let us look at containers that are stored above deck. These pictures were taken on the terminal, where we see dry containers stacked on top of each other, lashed properly, and they are stacked about 9 tiers up. Let us look at how reefer containers are loaded on the deck. As you can see, they are lashed, they are secured, and the power cord is connected to a power source close by. So whether above deck or below deck, reefer containers must be secured where plugs are close by. No extension cords should be used during this process. That can lead to a lot of problems. Here the crane is removing a hatch cover from the vessel, and it is going to place it behind the crane on the quay. Now, hatch covers are used to seal and secure cargoes that are stored below deck. So once you're ready to get access to those, once you have cleared the deck of all the deck containers, and you're now ready to go below deck to remove those, you will have to remove the hatch covers and put them on the quay. Once they're on the quay, then you can proceed working. Now let us look at bay numbering basically on a conventional cellular container vessel. Again, we know that the vessel has many bays and they run from the bow to the stern. Now, there's a logical way in which the bays are established while during their designing of the vessel. The majority of the vessels, the bay starts at 02 and then they will proceed to 04, 06. But why did we skip out this bay and this bay, 04 and 08? Now let us look again. If we start with bay 02, the forward side of bay 02 is 01 and the after side is 03. If we have a 04, then the forward side is going to be bay 3 also. And that would be confusion. Which bay 3 is the correct one? And so, what they have done is they have placed in the design 4 spaces between each bay. So we have 04, 02, then 06, then 10, 14, 18, 22, and it goes up by 4 each time. Once that is done, there is no situation that we saw earlier with 2 bay 3s or 2 bay 5 or 2 bay 7. Now, let's look at types of containers, sizes, and height. Now, there are 5 types of containers. We have tanks, which can be 20 foot or 40 foot, 8 feet 6 inches. We have dry containers, which consist of DVs, 20 foot, can be 8 feet 6 or 9 feet 6 inches. Yes, we have 20 foot I cubes. Then we have DV, 40 foot, and it's 8 feet 6 inches. Then we have regular I cubes, which are 40 or 45 feet, and those are 9 feet 6 inches. Next, we have flat rack, can be 20 foot or 40 foot, 8 feet 6 inches. We also have open tops, can be 20s or 40s, 8 feet 6 inches, standard height. Then we have reefer containers, which can be RC/RH. RC are the standard, 20 foot or 40 foot, 8 feet 6 inches, while the RH represent the 40 foot, 9 feet 6 inches. Now, let us look at these slots that are below deck. It is important for us to know that each slot can hold a standard container below deck. If you by any chance should place an I cube, then you will automatically lose the last tier. Nothing can go on the last tier because each slot represents 8 feet 6 inches and you put a 9 feet 6 inches container there, then the top tier is going to be 7 feet 6 inches, and so you will lose a slot every time you put an I cube in any of these rows. So whenever you're stowing, to maximize space, it is best to consolidate your I cubes. Bear that in mind. Now let us look at out of gauge cargo. Here we have a outer gauge cargo, it's a flat rack. Now OOG, as it means, is that the actual cargo placed on the container, whether it be a flat rack or otherwise, is outside of the dimension of the container. So here we see this flat rack with an out of gauge cargo on top of it, tractor, and it's over I because it's over the natural dimension. As you can see, it's way over I, and it is also over wide. So it is over and and over I and both over wide, and it's out of the normal dimension. As you can see, it is well secured with lashing chains to ensure that there's no movement of this cargo. Now, let us look at two more flat rack. These are on 20 foot. These are only over I, as you can see. And this is almost similar to what the open top would look like. The open top would be a closed container with cargo protruding from the top, not the sides. And so open tops also carry OOG, outer gauge cargo, but they are only over I. Next, we will practice some basic stowing. So I want you to stay tuned to Layne's ED Enhancement for more interesting videos on cargo planning processes. So please remember to subscribe, like, and share. Catch you next time.